Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Jess Hilarious. Peace to the planet. It's Thursday. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning, Jess. I don't be knowing nothing till I walk in this room.
I know, but you are on the email chain. You've been on here, for 18 years?
And ignoring them for about 14.
But when I come in here, don't know nothing, you be like, you look at the email. Like, what is happening, yo? We been there. The Envy was off for like
I did not know.
Now.
I swear I did not know Envy was not going to be here today. I had no idea.
Yes, man. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not here. And Loren is running a little late or whatever.
He was just texting last night. Like, we texting about the game. Like, everything was normal. He ain't saying nothing about not being here today.
Yeah. I'm mad that it's 48 degrees outside, though. I'm not going to hold you.
God damn it. And I refuse to put a hoodie on this morning. You know how you wake up and you look at the temperature and you like, nope, because if I dress like it's the fall, then it's going to continue to be the fall.
Yes.
I refuse to do it.
Yes.
I refuse.
You do it any other time, though. You wear a hoodie in here any other time.
Well, I don't know why I do that, honestly, but I refuse to do it. So when I looked at the temperature, I'm like 50-something degrees.
Yeah.
48 and raining.
Yes.
What season is this?
For the rest of the week. I don't know.
Ain't this Memorial weekend?
Yes, Memorial Day is
Memorial
Monday.
Day weekend?
Yes, sir.
It ain't even going to be hot, at least not here.
Usually that's when people get in the pools, like the Memorial Day weekend and everything.
Lord have
I just
mercy.
had my pool open at my estate, man. No, we ain't able to go because it's going to be rainstorms all the way up until Monday.
I might take my ass to South Carolina. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I'm actually, no, I'm not.
Damn.
I'm going to see Patti LaBelle and Stephanie Mills and Anita Baker and Shaka Khan.
Where they at?
They're going to be here. They're going to be in New York Saturday in Brooklyn.
That's the 4 founding mothers. Because I can't say fathers. I'm not going to disrespect them like that.
You better not.
You going to go see your crush, Stephanie Mills?
You already know.
Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker?
You already know.
But hold up, ain't Anita Baker and Stephanie, they a little rocky, ain't they?
I have no idea.
They don't really be.
I'm going there just to hear the soul music. That's what I'm going for.
Okay, all right. Well, let me know. Let me know.
What you mean let you know? Like you gonna be here?
I just wanted to know. I know I got shows this weekend. Tomorrow, Friday, I got shows at Foxwoods in Connecticut. I did radio yesterday. It was like, yo, stop saying Mashantucket. Don't nobody say that. Just call Hartford and Bridgeport. So Bridgeport and Hartford, Connecticut. Meet me at Foxwoods tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And then on Saturday, we got the Wilbur Theater in Boston, Massachusetts. Get your tickets at JessHilariousOfficial.com.
Okay. Well, we got a great show planned for you today, man. The Icon Living, the head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks, who just released her new book, Uncommon Favor, Basketball, North Philly, My Mother, and the Life Lessons I Learned from All Three. Don Staley will be joining us this morning.
Yes.
Okay. And what else? What else we be going to? We got Jess Fix My Mess.
Yes, we got Jess Fix My Mess this morning.
That's right. Donkey of the Day, of course.
And we have Front Page News coming up with Morgan.
That's right. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious. DJ Envy is off. Loren LoRosa is running a little late. But it's time for Front Page News with Morgan. What's up, Morgan?
All right, let's get into it. Good morning, everybody.
Happy anniversary to Morgan.
Good morning.
All right, yes,
Black Information Network has been doing Front Page News for
a year
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Officially a year, yes. But we're not going to get too much into that. Let's get into the news. There's a lot to cover. First up on Front Page, breaking news out of Washington, D.C. 2 Israeli embassy staff members are dead following a shooting outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday night. Now, the suspect is in custody and shouted "Free Palestine" while being arrested. Now, officials in D.C. say the man was pacing the area shortly before the shooting and waited for a group of people to leave. After the shooting, Metropolitan Police Department Chief Pamela Smith said that the suspect then entered the museum and was detained by security. Now, the Israeli ambassador to the United States said they were a young couple about to get engaged. Very sad news for that couple, but I will keep you guys posted as this story continues to develop.
Very sad news and not helpful at all. You know, throwing fuel on a fire that's been going on forever.
Hello, and we're supposed to be working on peace talks here, you know. But switching gears, President Trump met with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa in the Oval Office at the White House yesterday. This comes as dozens of white South Africans were accepted into the U.S. as refugees earlier this month. Now, Ramaphosa called his citizens cowards for resettling in the U.S. And during the meeting, Trump alleged that South Africa was committing genocide against the white Afrikaners, which is not the case. Now, he showed outdated video clips to Ramaphosa, calling it proof of that genocide. Let's take a listen to comments between South African President Ramaphosa and President Trump.
They're being executed, and they happen to be white, and most of them happen to be farmers. And that's a tough situation. I don't know how you explain that. How do you explain that?
You are a partner of South Africa, and you are raising concerns, and these are concerns that we are willing to talk to you about.
So Ramaphosa, of course, denied the allegations, telling Trump that there is a minority party behind the tensions between blacks and whites. He went on to stress that he does want to sit down and continue talks about the issue after the meeting. He also said he was happy that talks between the U.S. and South Africa will continue regarding trade and more, adding that that was his goal for the meeting, to reset the relationship between the two nations. Now, South Africa native Elon Musk has been an outspoken critic of the current government, and he was also in attendance of that meeting. Now, the comment that stuck out to me was when President Trump said in reference to the white Afrikaner refugees. Let's take a listen to that audio.
But we have many people that feel they're being persecuted, and they're coming to the United States. So we take from many locations if we feel there's persecution or genocide going on.
So saying that in one breath while actively deporting migrants who come to the U.S. seeking asylum from the very same thing is crazy work, Mr. President.
Yeah, I wonder how poor and disenfranchised white people here in America feel about the acceptance of the white Afrikaners. Because it's the same thing, right? Like if you were complaining about, these other people that were coming in from other countries getting resources and everything, I would think you would complain about that as well, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, Cooper Flagg was the number one pick in the draft. I mean, that was big for white Africans, but I mean, other than that, what the hell's going on?
All right, Charlamagne, clock the T then. Switching gears, the House Rules Committee is advancing President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Now, the panel voted 8-4 to advance the measure, which included last-minute changes designed to appease both moderates and conservatives who withheld support from the legislation. Now, we'll head to the House floor, where there's a hope that a vote will be held today, and it will be sent to the Senate by Memorial Day. So, as House Speaker Mike Johnson indicated, this Big Beautiful Bill is on track to head to the Senate by Memorial Day. But that's your front page news for 6 a.m. 7 a.m. We'll talk about a Qatari jet that has been accepted and some incidents going on with the DOJ. The DOJ has been very busy, so we'll get into that at 7, so stick around.
Thank you, Morgan. Get it off your chest is next. 1-800-585-1051. Call up, tell us why you're blessed. Call up, tell us why you're upset about things. Whatever it is, whatever you want to get off your chest, you can do it right now. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Good morning. Get it off your chest. Who's this?
This anonymous, man.
No. Listen, you're not allowed to call in here and be anonymous because you're on the radio. At least make up a name or something. We can't even see you. The hell you got to be anonymous for? What's your name, man?
The Charlamagne little brother.
Charlamagne little brother. Okay.
Charlamagne. All right, cool.
What's up, King?
Listen, I want to say how solid Diddy is, man. I don't condone none of the domestic violence. But y'all were talking about Diddy gonna bring his people down. He didn't say nothing yet. And y'all forgot about the the statement they said in the trial. Him and the security guard, they saw Suge down the street. They got in all black and got them hammers. They were finna put in that work. Y'all keep playing with this. Diddy a gangster there. But I don't condone none of the domestic and all that other stuff. But Diddy ain't snitch on nobody yet.
Well, let me say something to you. First of all, the trial is 8 to 10 weeks. We're only on week 2.
Right.
Okay, that number one. And I don't know how old you are, but I'm 46 years old. I'll be 47 next month. I don't give a damn about no gangsters, because you know what? All I see is gangsters ending up in jail or dead or in the situations that he's in now. So that's what being gangster gets you, sir.
All right,
grow up.
I appreciate you, man.
How old are you?
I'm 49.
Man, if you don't grow your old ass up, go get your goddamn prostate checked and take your cholesterol medicine on time.
Hey, yo, you sound like
That's right.
Have a good day, sir.
Love it, man.
49 years old, talking about Diddy a gangster.
Yeah, so he's solid, man.
Man, I don't want to hear about no damn gangsters. Good morning.
Yo, what's up, Charlamagne? What's up, Jess? It's Rick. What's going on?
Good morning.
What's up, my brother? How are you, sir?
I'm not doing well this morning. I will tell you something. I got a message for the Knicks. If they're going to lose, they should just get blown out and lose like a regular team. And don't be doing all this drama. I can't deal with it, bro. I cannot deal with
Rick, that was
the idea of thinking we going to win and then being in a position to win and then going to overtime and losing and having Halliburton do Reggie's choke. I can't do it. I don't want us to do it. Right now, Anthony Mason is probably rolling in his grave. They have light-skinned Halliburton doing the choking sign in the garden. Like, nah. If the Knicks are going to lose, they should lose like a regular team, get blown out by 10 or 20, and just give us a peace of mind as Knicks fans. I don't want the drama, son.
If Anthony Mason was playing on that Knicks team last night, they would have won because Anthony Mason plays defense. I watched the last 5 minutes of that game, and I know everybody was like, oh, they went on a 10-0 run after Brunson took the bench. But I was watching their defense, and I'm like, if they keep playing like that, they're going to lose this game. I could just feel it. You could see it. Like, their defense was terrible.
But if we going to lose, I don't want to lose in no dramatic fashion. New York is as stressed as it is. We got gunshots going off everywhere. The train don't work. Expensive. The city is expensive as hell. I don't want the drama. Just lose like a regular team. Get blown out by like 40 and let us go to bed at night the way we came in. Versus giving us some kind of hope and having us lose it. I'm pissed as hell.
Yeah, I think the basketball guys did that on purpose. Y'all needed to be humbled, though. Y'all was wilding this weekend after y'all went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We were wilding. Yeah. We were wilding because we traumatized, bro.
Yeah. Well,
and this just adds to the trauma. My blood pressure's up. My anxiety levels are on 10 right now.
I can hear it, Rick.
Your voice cracking, man. You're serious, man.
I can hear it, Rick. Okay, New York down bad right now. Between this and the Diddy trial, God damn. Jesus Christ. Hey, have a good day, Rick. Appreciate you, King.
Too, bro.
Good morning. Who's this?
Yeah, this Dre, man.
Dre, what's happening, Dre?
What's going on, Charlamagne? How y'all doing?
We blessed, black, and highly favored. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm the same. Blessed, black, and highly favored, man. I just want to say today is a good day. I'm a school bus driver. It's the end of the school year, and I ain't got to deal with these kids no more.
Hey, man, thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. Your bus drivers are some of the most underappreciated people in our society, school bus drivers, man. Thank you for what you do, man.
Nah, man, it's not an easy job, but we love the kids, and we trying to make a difference out here.
They be throwing stuff at you like we used to do?
Nah. I'm not going for that. I'm a different type of bus driver, Charlamagne.
Oh, okay. All right, we appreciate you, brother.
I know how to deal with these kids today.
Man, we used to give our bus drivers hell.
That's crazy.
Nah, so I try to give them some slack, but I want to shout y'all out, man. I love what y'all do up there. I listen to y'all every day, every morning. Keep doing what y'all do.
We appreciate you, King. One of the stupidest things in the world, too, is for kids to be harassing the bus driver. Because you know if you do something to the bus driver and the bus driver veer off the road, your dumb ass probably going to die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And shout out.
Yeah. I mean, they try you, but I'm a young driver, so I know how to relate to them,
That's right. You still listening to Young Dolph.
Not too strict, not too serious. Yeah.
You still listening to Young Dolph and Key Glock, you know what I'm saying? All right?
Nah, I ain't that young, man. I'm 32.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
They cool, but they're not that's not what I listen to. But, shout them out too, man. RP Dolph.
Yes, sir. All right, my brother. Thank you for calling.
And shout out to Sheena. She drives regular buses, and that's my best friend.
Your friend Sheena?
Yes, my best friend
Big
Sheena.
Stud Sheena's a bus driver?
Yes, and she not a big stud. She just a stud. Why you gotta put big in front?
No, I mean like not stature. I mean like
yes. Oh yes.
Like literally,
big Sheena, not the little one. Yes.
I didn't know that she's a school bus driver. I know she be talking crazy to them kids. She is not no
school bus driver. She drives the regular bus, so she pick up the citizens in Baltimore and take them where they need to go. Yes.
Salute to Sheena.
Yes. Somebody trying her on her bus every day.
Every day.
Between the crack kids and the angry people that gotta go to work, they be trying my girl. So
I'm gonna be so honest with you. She look like a bus driver.
No, she don't. Don't say that.
I never thought I could see Sheena, nice dreads, opening the door.
See, that's why she don't like me to bring her up on this radio no more because it's always you.
Good morning, Miss Sheena.
They do not call her no Miss Sheena. It is not kids. It's crackheads. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. What's the next caller?
Good morning. I didn't know Sheena drive bus.
Yes. Wait.
Shout out to Sheena. Good morning. Who's this?
Hello.
Hey, how are you? I was wondering where the ladies at this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right, and yourself?
We blessed
Good morning,
Good morning, girl.
Get it off your chest.
I want to send myself a happy birthday, early birthday. This Monday.
Happy born day.
Woo.
Yes.
Where you calling from?
I'm in Tennessee. I'm a truck driver, but I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Hey.
In Tennessee. What part of Tennessee? I'm trying to look up the weather. Memphis?
No, I'm in Crossville. That's why I'm headed to Memphis.
Okay, I'm just looking at the weather. 64 degrees this 78 this weekend. Okay.
Down there.
What you want to get off your chest? Jess in here talking about Glorilla all morning. She keep talking about Glorilla had a nose job.
Oh my God! All right, because I saw it right before I walked in here. I said, "Did y'all see Glorilla nose?"
No, I just want to send myself a happy birthday shout out.
Okay. What's your name?
Janisa.
Janisa, you gonna be 50?
It's Janiqua.
Janiqua, and you gonna be?
No, it's Janisa.
Oh my bad. I'm sorry, Janisa. My bad. I'm sorry.
And you gonna be 50?
I'm gonna be 36. I sound 50.
Oh, and I thought you said 50. I'm sorry. You do sound 50 though. But
damn.
but happy early born day to you, Janisa.
Yes, girl. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
But we do that every morning. Get it off your chest. Loren LoRosa is here. Good morning, Loren.
Hey, good morning.
What the hell is under that hat?
It's a new girl. This is my vacation girl. We headed to DR today for Memorial Day getaway.
Okay, I thought y'all do braids. So that's a sew-in?
We do. No, this is not a sew-in, and we do braids, but I needed something quick because I've been in court. I didn't have time to sit for braids.
We do braids for the island, right?
Yeah, or the summertime. I get where he's trying to go. He just so mad he can't get braids.
He trying to go nowhere.
He always upset because he ain't got no edges.
Listen, I'm glad you said it was quick because that's what it looked like. It looked like it got done quick.
Oh no, baby. What? This right here, but then to make it for a few weeks, but it's easier to
they made. Okay, got you.
Yeah, don't play with me. You can't even see nothing, and you're not even inside the club, and you upset.
I can't see nothing. The person that did your hair couldn't see nothing either. Goddamn it! That just looked like it got done in the dark. But anyway, you got the latest coming up, right, Loren?
I do have the latest coming up. You know, we're going to recap what happened in court yesterday. But today, Kid Cudi will be in court. As I told you guys, it is going to be a short testimony. But I think it will be effective, even though people don't think so.
I got questions about that. I wanted to know what a short testimony is, but we'll discuss when we come back. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious. DJ Envy is off today, but Loren LoRosa is here, and it's time for the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
All right, so yesterday in court, I believe it's day 8 yesterday, so today is day 9.
Spill the semen from the court yesterday. We don't say spill the tea when it comes to the Diddy case. We say spill the semen.
Oh my God, that just seems so aggressive for 6:53 a.m. But here we go. You know what I mean? Sorry. Oh my God.
Go ahead.
So yesterday in court, we heard from a Homeland Security Investigations agent who was a part of the team that ran into the Miami house. They finished his testimony. They talked to a clinical and forensic psychologist. Her name is Dawn Hughes, George Kaplan, a former executive assistant, and it was a ton of stuff that went down. I think most people right now are like, what is about to happen when Kid Cudi comes into court, though?
We already know.
Yeah, what you know?
Well, if you read the indictment, the indictment clearly says arson. So clearly, the alleged Diddy blowing up Kid Cudi's car is the arson.
Yes, allegedly. Yep, that is exactly what he's going to be there to speak to. And he's going to probably provide a lot of the background context to his and Cassie's dating, fling, or whatever that was, and in the events that led up to Diddy allegedly getting so upset to have to do that. Now, yesterday in court, at the end of court, they kind of let you know what's about to happen the next day. They said, the prosecutors had said, look, tomorrow we're going to interview 5 people on the stand. I said, whoa, how is that going to happen? And they said, because to the judge, they said, well, that is going to be possible because the testimonies will be short. And that kind of caught me off guard because I had assumed that Kid Cudi would be not a short testimony because they've been mentioning him every week in court since court has started. But maybe they plan to get right on to what they got to get to.
Well, I was going to ask you, what does short look like?
I don't know time-wise what short looks like, but I will say when we
because you've been in there. You're in there every day. So what has been short? I know Dawn was 20 minutes.
That was short. Cassie's mom was also short. For instance, an example of not short, Cassie took about, what, like two days? 2 days,
yeah.
2.5 days. So it's given maybe we might get an hour out of the Kid Cudi testimony. I'm not really for sure exactly what time they're going to go, but they mentioned that it would be short. He's actually first up on the stand after they finish with this former executive assistant of Diddy. So I'll be there.
Who's the former executive assistant?
His name is George Kaplan, and he was a man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Christina.
No, Capricorn.
No,
yeah,
no, not yet.
Okay.
No. Those she's not on the list to come this week.
Gotcha.
Or today or whatever. But no, George Kaplan, he used to work for Diddy under Combs Enterprises, and he's already began to testify about having to set up freak off rooms allegedly, and allegedly he was sent to buy drugs a couple times, and he used his bad boy card to do so allegedly. So you know where they're going with him.
What about the guns? Because I saw the FBI release those pictures, and everybody was so caught up. Yeah, yes. Everybody was so caught up on the dildos that had the serial number scratched off. But they in the
oh my God, dildos have serial numbers?
Yes, Diddy had dildos with serial numbers scratched off. But what about the guns?
So let me tell you something about these guns.
Not
right?
the untraceable.
Is he charged? I don't know if is he charged with these? Is this part of the RICO?
I believe that what they're going to try and bring in with the RICO is they're going to use the guns and the drugs to show. And I'm going to look this up to make sure that I'm hitting this right to the nail, because people be mad when I don't. But what I'm assuming that they're trying to show is that he used all of that to add to the force and the intimidation and things of that nature. But I'm going to look that up to answer you exactly.
Yeah, I just want to know if he's getting charged with the guns, because they're guns with the serial number scratched off, automatic weapons. That's a big federal charge.
But let me tell you, the way Diddy's team came in the cross about them guns, I think Tanny Garagos, Mark Garagos' daughter, she is not to be played with. So they did, the special agent, we went through his home, they talked about all these different guns they found in the magazines and all these things. She is like an evidence expert. She got it back up on that stand, and she said, hold on, so what's your process? Y'all take pictures before and after so that we can make sure that you guys, are chronicling this stuff right and accurate. He says, yes. She brought back up all those photos with those guns. No photos before for a lot of the things. And she's like, well, were you the person that took the photos? The man testifying said no. She said, well, I'm looking at a bunch of stuff at the bottom of a closet floor. Some of these things included where they found the guns. They opened boxes and found different things, right? She's like, can you tell me which cubby these guns came out of? He said no. And she said, okay, so she's making the point. They're trying to draw a very clear distinction between how do you even know that these are his when they're either there's serial numbers on them or they're not. You didn't do any DNA testing, like at all, and you could have. And it's easier for you to do DNA testing when you find these guns inside of a home versus outside and, all of the elements.
But it's his home, though. They found them in there, so that they his.
But they're trying to...
If you find guns in somebody's residence and nobody claims them, everybody in that residence is probably going to get charged.
It's responsible,
but
right?
You know how many people are in... She also made a point about how many people were actually put into custody when they got to the home. You know where she's going with this. But the fact... I'm saying that because I don't know what a juror is going to be thinking about it, but the fact that she was even able to create that thought as a conversation, I was like, oh, she's good, really, really good at this.
Gotcha.
But I'm going to look that up for you with the RICO. And then also the woman that the psychologist yesterday, the clinical and forensic psychologist that they spoke to, Dawn Hughes, I thought it was going to be a snooze fest. She was actually the best witness yesterday. She spoke generally to why victims of alleged domestic violence and sexual abuse go back. And oh my God, she was so on point with a lot of the things that she was saying. And even when she spoke directly to memory and trauma and how it makes you not remember things, of course the defense came in and did what they did. And it was very interesting to watch them cross this expert. But
so the semen was just warm yesterday. Today the semen gonna be hot.
The semen was it was like room temperature yesterday.
Okay,
it wasn't even like heated. Today it's gonna get a little microwave action. You know what I'm saying?
The semen gonna be hot today. What else we got in front page?
Front page news.
Lauren, the latest with Loren.
Well, we're gonna get into SZA, Tory Lanez, but we have a couple audios and I don't want to shorten that.
Okay.
But I will say congratulations. In the next hour we're gonna talk about this
on Glorilla Nose.
Jess has been talking about Glorilla's nose all morning long.
Yes, bruh. And she confirmed, she was like, ended, got it done. Yeah, what's up? So, okay. Yeah, it's a little nosy. Yes.
Can y'all explain to me, what do women see when they want to get a nose job? Because, all plastic surgery is personal, but nose jobs are really personal because I don't think the average person looks at an individual and goes, oh, that person needs a nose job. So what do y'all see when y'all look in the mirror and make y'all want to do that?
I just think, is what you see in the mirror. Like, maybe she felt like her nose was too big, obviously, because she went and she went and get a little one. But she obviously felt like it was too big for her. I felt like the same way my whole life, but I'm not getting a nose job.
You got a beautiful nose.
I know. But when I was pregnant, this last time with Marley, it had spread like a couch and it didn't go back. And that was like a love seat. I never got the same nose that I had back yet before I had Marley.
Wait,
because you can't fix your nostrils. Like you got big nostrils.
At least your whole
not
body
a nose.
snap back though, because some girls don't get their bodies back.
No. When I flare my nostrils is
like exactly worse. You can't close that.
Yes.
I know, but it was smaller. My nose was smaller before I had my daughter.
Oh my God!
And that was still wide.
I want to be looking at your nose all day. I didn't even realize that you still had the same nose.
You need to stop getting angry. That's what it is. You get angry and you do like this, and then you like. And then we can see every time you get mad, you do like this, and I'm like, damn.
But Glow Nose looked like she did it for more of like the contour, like it's like pinched right here, and
it's pinched. It's pinched all the way through.
Yeah, the contour just gives you that.
Yeah, and you remember the Lord noses on the Kleenex box?
Yes,
like she got a little nose.
And
like
it was
that,
red?
Like a little one. Mm-hmm.
Well, if Glow likes it, I love it.
Yeah, she does. She said and did.
Yeah.
And it's cute. It's a little one.
All right, we got front page news
like
coming up next. A little, like them,
like the
Dr.
little
Seuss?
Whoville, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So cute, little nosy.
Wow, so I gotta have a baby, lose my nose, and what?
Okay, Michael Jackson. Girl, not lose your damn nose.
Oh my God, my boobs gonna be out of shape, my nose gonna be out of shape. What the heck?
It's all worth it when you see that baby coming out.
You gotta have a man to have a baby, so. Well, you got to pick one. You got a few suitors.
Yes.
Yeah, you got about 3.
And you going out to the DR, sis. So,
oh my God, what are y'all trying to do to me up here?
And you hang outside the court. That's where the real niggas be in the court. Yes.
I don't want nobody in the court. Okay, let's get out of here, please.
Right, we got front page news coming up next with Morgan. It's the Breakfast Club.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious, DJ Envy is off today. Morgan is here with front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. All right, let's get back into it. So the U.S. has officially accepted that luxury jet from Qatar to use as Air Force One. The Defense Department confirmed the news on Wednesday. A spokesperson said Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth accepted a Boeing 747 from the Middle Eastern country in accordance with all federal rules and regulations. Maybe because he can accept it, I'm not sure. But, this is actually supposed to be a gift for President Trump. They said the DOD will work to ensure proper security measures are considered for an aircraft used to transport President Trump.
Let me ask you a question. Is Pete Hegseth a government official?
He is, so maybe he can if he accepted. I'm trying to figure out the
U.S. Constitution prohibits government officials from accepting gifts from any king, prince, or foreign state. The reality is what they're doing is unconstitutional, and that's just it. And as long as people, don't push back on it, don't show no resistance towards it, then that behavior will continue to be normalized. And I guess it's normalized now.
Crazy. Yeah, well, you ain't lying. I was trying to figure out the loophole in this, but moving on. In other news, the Justice Department is dismissing Biden-era investigations into the Louisville and Minneapolis police departments. Now, DOJ made the announcement on Wednesday saying the lawsuits were filed last minute by the Biden administration after President Trump was reelected. The lawsuits accused the departments of widespread patterns of unconstitutional policing practices tied to race. It said its Civil Rights Division will dismiss the lawsuits against the departments. Now, this would be cases like the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis and that of Breonna Taylor in Louisville. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg welcomed the news. Let's hear his comments.
We did not oppose DOJ's motion to dismiss today because we see the writing on the wall, and it's time to move forward. We can't afford any more delays. There's no point in delaying the inevitable. Let's focus on those reforms and improvements, and that's why we did not object.
So, of course, on Monday, May 25th, will be the 5th anniversary or mark the 5th year that in remembrance of that the death of George Floyd. So the DOJ said it will also be ending investigations into other departments, including in Phoenix, Trenton, New Jersey, Memphis, Tennessee, Mount Vernon, New York, Oklahoma City, and Louisiana, and the Louisiana State Police.
I wonder, what are the reforms and initiatives? It's not like the George Floyd Policing Act was ever passed. So, like, when I'm all for, moving on if justice has been served, if we have weeded the wrong people out of the system, and if there is actual reforms and initiatives. But what are the reforms and initiatives?
That's not probably a blanket answer. I'm sure that's going to be case by case depending on the state and local police departments in those municipalities. So some probably better than others, but to your point, there is no blanket answer for that. In other news, President Trump is again weighing in on the Department of Justice investigation into New York Democratic Attorney General. At the Oval Office yesterday, Trump said Letitia James committed major fraud with her real estate transactions years ago. Let's take a listen to President Trump in regards to that.
She signed in Virginia, yet she said she lived in Virginia, yet she's the New York State Attorney General. She did that for tax reasons, so she could take advantage of taxes. It's major fraud, mortgage documents, and fraudulent everything.
So, Attorney General James has denied the allegations and claims it's only retribution for the many cases that she's brought against Trump. The FBI has confirmed it's working with the DOJ on James's case.
But we do know that Tish James is absolutely correct, right? This is just retaliation for the charges that Tish James brought against Donald Trump. Like, Donald Trump has a list, and Tish James is high on that list, as I'm sure Alvin Bragg is. Alvin Bragg been very quiet, probably rightfully so, but, we do know this is retaliation.
Yeah, and he said that. He said that he would, be coming after her if he was reelected. So, New Jersey Congresswoman LaMonica McIver is facing up to 16 years in prison on 2 assault charges in that chaotic incident at the Newark ICE Detention Center earlier this month. Now, the Democrat is accused of assaulting federal agents as they moved to arrest Newark Mayor Ras Baraka at a protest outside Delaney Hall on May 9th. Now, she spoke to MSNBC, and here's what she had to say in regards to that incident.
Well, I think, one, this is political intimidation from the Trump administration. I mean, me being charged is absurd, especially when I'm just there to do my job. The confusion and the chaos that you see was caused by ICE officials and Homeland Security. They created this unnecessary situation by arresting the mayor.
And of course, she's referencing Mayor Ras Baraka of Newark, not to be confused with New York, those who aren't in that area. Now, she appeared virtually for a 15-minute hearing on Wednesday and was released on her own recognizance. She did not enter a plea. The feds charged McIver the same day they dropped trespassing charges against Mayor Baraka. Now, President Trump weighed in on those charges against the Congresswoman. Let's take a listen to his comments.
That woman was out of control. She was shoving federal agents. She was out of control. The days of that crap are over in this country. We're going to have law and order.
I watched that video. I didn't see her assault anybody. I didn't see her look out of control in no way, shape, or form. She was definitely, in between the agents and the mayor, but they still got to the mayor. If anything, I saw them pushing her around.
Right, that's essentially what everybody else is saying, Baraka and as well as McIver. Now, meanwhile, your good girl, Nancy Mace, she's filing a resolution to expel Congresswoman LaMonica McIver. Now, Mace said the House has set a precedent for expelling members charged but not yet convicted of serious criminal offenses. And she added, the public deserves to know that criminal conduct in the halls of Congress has consequences. So we will see what happens with Congresswoman.
I read something that said that what Nancy Mace filed is a long shot, but like I don't know. I feel like the way that people are weaponizing like their power and their ability right now. I just don't, is there an end to this? Like, what's the balance? Like, because it's only going to get worse.
There is no balance. The scales are tipped right now in Republican favor.
Because it seems like the minute they can get you up out of here, they do it, and then there's no. If you fight back, if you push back, now you insane or whatever Trump said.
I highly disagree with what Nancy Mace is doing, and I saw her say repeatedly yesterday that nobody is above the law. Yes, there is people that are above the law. President Donald J. Trump is above the law.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. There's no we talk about it every day, but then what happened?
I mean, there's no consistency because of what Morgan just said. The balance of power, the scales have been tipped.
Very tipped.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and very much in favor for the Republican Party. Unless the Democratic Party galvanizes and organizes in a way that puts everyone on the same page, then I don't see it letting up anytime soon. Especially being that we're only a few months into the 4-year term. So there's that. And that's your front page news. Y'all can follow me on socials at Morgan Media, and for more news coverage, follow at Black Information Network. Download the free iHeartRadio app and visit us at BINnews.com. Feels great to be here for a year, y'all.
Thank you, Morgan.
All that good old front page news. Let's make it a great rest of the week.
Morgan, we appreciate you. We appreciate the Black Information Network. You know, when you're not here and you have feelings, we appreciate Mimi Brown and you know what's the other young lady slipping my mind right now? Bree.
Yeah.
Salute
held
to Bree.
it down too.
Salute to Bree. So thank you to everybody at the Black Information Network. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, we appreciate being in partnership to bring people this good. Well, I want to say it's good news, but at least we gonna keep y'all informed.
Yes, absolutely.
Y'all keep us informed. Definitely do. And when we come back, the icon living Dawn Staley will be joining us. You know Dawn Staley. She's the head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team. She has a new book, Uncommon Favor, which is on my book imprint, Black Privilege Publishing with Simon & Schuster. Basketball, North Philly, my mother, and the life lessons I learned from all three. So when we come back, we're going to talk to Dawn Staley about that book and some other things. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
The icon living,
Dawn Staley. Welcome back. How you feeling?
Thank you. I usually come back when we win the championship. We lost this year, so thank y'all for.
You're always invited. Don't you start that. Yeah, don't you start that. You're always invited. Well, the new book, Uncommon Favor, is out right now. Basketball, North Philly, My Mother, and the Life Lessons I Learned from All Three is out right now. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I mean, my friends have received their books, and they have nothing but, like, great things. Like, my cup runneth over.
They had you all over the place yesterday.
Yeah, they did. I gotta give you a shout out. And you sparked the conversation. So many people have asked me to write a book, and I'm like, yeah. Like, yeah, right? But it came from so many different people. And then when I came on the show in 2022, we talked about it, and you kept the conversation going. You're real persistent with it. You know, that's what I'm attracted to most. Is like somebody that actually is
persistent.
Yeah, persistent and know the process. Like you knew the process. I don't know if you knew my story, so to speak, but you knew enough to know that, you know, this book will be received well, and I appreciate that.
Well, people like you don't come around too often, Don. Like, you're a once in a generational just person, you know, and you really learn that when you read the book. Not even just as a coach, but as a basketball player, but more so as a child of Philadelphia, man.
I mean, I had fun. Like, the process was fun. It's liberating. It is. You know, you don't really know how you're going to be received, but every person, like, I'm actually waiting for a critic. Like, I'm waiting for somebody to say, what didn't go right in the book? And we have yet to get to that point. And one of my friends was, you know, listening, had a long road trip, listened to the entire book yesterday. And she was like, I'm in tears, I'm laughing. I get it, like the leadership part of it, like, I mean, the emotions that are in the book. And it's me, so some of it is emotional me, some of it is just, I'm able to just get it out because I remembered most of it. And I had to call on my siblings to kind of fill in the gaps. But it's me, like, it's so me, it's so relatable, it was an easy process.
So was it therapeutic at all to do it?
No, it was just natural. It wasn't like, it was natural. And I think sharing my story is just relatable to people. It's not like, you know, I don't think it's overdo it with the accolades. It's like the accolades are intertwined, and everybody's accolade won't be like Olympian and national champions, but on a certain level, like if you graduate high school, it's relatable. If you graduate college, it's relatable. If you can pull yourself out of the projects of any city, it's relatable. And there's no wrong path. Like there's no, like, you can get off tilted, but then you got to come back by, like, habits, come back by the lessons in the book are just it relates to every single thing that you would want to accomplish in life. And I'm not just saying that to pump the book, but it really is. Like, I'm only giving what other people are giving me, the feedback they're giving me. And it's cool to hear people just relate to the book.
I love it because, you know, people know you from different things, right? Some people know you as a player, some people know you as a coach. But with this book, it starts from where you came from, which is North Philly, right? And you talk about
Raymond Rosen housing projects.
And you talk about, you know, you said growing up in the projects was the best decision your parents made. Explain that a little bit and how that formed to the woman that you are today.
Just imagine the people that don't grow up in the projects. What you think happens in the projects. You think probably only one thing, crime, like bad things. Like, and for me, it was the foundation of giving me the scars I needed, the chinks in the armor. I needed to succeed. Like, there was unity in the projects. There was discipline in the projects. There was manicure lawns. There was my block I grew up never had trash in it. Like, it was captained in a way that would compete with any suburban lawn, like, or neighborhood. So it was all those things that help build you up. Like, I'm unbothered and unafraid to tackle on the most challenging things in life, because that's nothing compared to that's nothing. Like, so I think it gave me the foundation I needed to just be able to coach every day, like coach young people. Like, generations are changing. Coaching talent and individuals and young people nowadays is very, very challenging.
I love how you embrace your inner child. I love this picture on the back. What's a moment from your childhood that still shapes how you like handle pressure today?
You know, there's a story that I share in the book about my father, who, I mean, I'm over 50 now, right? But when I don't know if I was 12, 14 maybe, I got invited to play on this team, in this competition outside of Philly. Like, it was a road trip, and my father was like, no, you can't go. Like, that hurt me. Like, it really hurt me. And I remembered it so vividly that for him to deny me that, because it was one of the first times. But I'm 13, 14 years old. Whose parents going to let somebody else take their child out of state? Like, I wasn't thinking about that. I was solely thinking about basketball. But it was one of the experiences that drove me. Like, I didn't like my father for that. Like, I didn't like him for the parental decision that he made. But as I'm older now and reflecting on and writing the book, I need conflict. I know that about myself, that I need conflict. Like, everything can't be comfortable. Like, if I have 10 people supporting me here, I need about 10 to 12 people that's hating. Like, I need it. I mean, it helps me.
Drives you.
It drives me. Like, it drives me.
That's why you said I don't have a critic yet. I'm waiting for a critic for the book right now.
Right. So it's the ability. Like, we lost to UConn this year. Like, the critics are saying I can't coach. Like,
I didn't understand that. That pissed me off so bad. I'm like
that's what they say. But I'm like, okay, well, but again, everything that I've needed in my life, failure, success, happens to me. It's uncommon. Like, but I know our loss this year will somehow help us. It will. I'm not just relying on it helping us. I'm gonna put action to it, so it means something.
I loved when you said that in a post-game conference. You was like, I hope that they're crying. I hope that my players are crying. I hope that it hurts, because that'll make them be better next year.
Yeah, I mean, the most growth takes place when you're uncomfortable. The most. If you're comfortable all the time, and I've said this as well, like, parents really don't want their kids to feel what they felt, like pain. And I'm like, I want them to feel a little pain. I want them to hurt. I want them to be uncomfortable. And I love them enough to allow them to sit in that space. Because not for long, but they need to fight their way out of it, because nothing's going to be given to them. I don't like that place. I don't like to feel that. So I fight like hell to try to not feel that by prepping, by doing everything I need to do to not feel that. It's almost like when you grow up in the projects and you grow up in poverty, you don't want that anymore. Like, you don't want that. Once you've lived and you've earned a certain keep, you want to keep that, because you want to change generations in your family. And I hope I'm able to do that.
We're still kicking it with Dawn Staley. Charlamagne?
You seem like you've always been a natural born leader, like throughout your whole life, even when you was a child. So it made me wonder if coaching never entered your life, where do you think your leadership would have shown up instead?
Oh man, that's a hard question. Like, I'm competitive. I probably would have been a losing gambler. But trying like heck, I don't know. I love kids, so my work would have been with kids, and I'm glad that coaching found me. Like, I'm glad somebody saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. I didn't see coaching. I didn't want to coach at all. And I don't know why, because I had great coaches. I had great people in my life that challenged me, that were good at it. But when I had coaching friends, the only thing they talked about were their teams and basketball. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I do every day. I do this every day. Why would I want to talk about it every day? Why would I want my life consumed with it? And here I am, 25 years later, like, loving it. Like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And when you're able to live out your passion, it's the most beautiful, liberating, and incredible experience. Like I know my players really get something out of our relationship. They do. They get they build character. They navigate life. But for me, I'm overjoyed when they graduate. I'm overjoyed on draft night. I'm overjoyed when they're able to see their hard work produce what they wanted. Like even if they don't make it to the league, they're equipped with being successful with anything. And seriously, that does something to my heart when young people are able to get what they're supposed to.
You know, you talked about your players. You got a lot of success stories from your time coaching at the University of South Carolina. But in the book, you make it no secret that A'ja Wilson is your favorite.
Well, I mean, here's why. And I've coached a lot of great players. Like A'ja was the very first player that was the number one player in the country to decide she wanted to come play for us. And I know it was in her backyard. And we didn't look like a national championship team. Like we never won a national championship. We had never been to the Final Four. So for her to trust us with that part of her career meant that she believed in us. She trusted us. She knew that we were going to get her to where she needed to go as far as still being the number one draft pick, like 4 years later. Like when someone, and it wasn't just her, it was her entire family believed in it. And it took some, at times, them thinking, did we make the right decision? Because she started her first game and then she was terrible, like scrub-like, right?
Scrub-like is pretty fall.
Scrub-like,
That's
right?
where that's fall.
So I was like, I gotta take you out of the starting lineup. But I didn't even tell her that. I told her parents first. And her mom, Eva, was like, you sure? I'm like, you're going to have to trust me on this one. Like, you're just going to have to trust me. And she was like, all right. But at the end of her freshman year, she was National Rookie of the Year. She was first team All SEC. She was Rookie of the Year in the SEC. Like, she got all the accolades coming off the bench. And when someone, as a coach and leader and mentor, young people believe in you. Like, they really do. When that's reciprocated, because I believed it. I knew that she was going to be the one that takes us to that next level. When you're able to have the same synergy, you know, A'ja was hell to deal with, right? Because she's young. Like, she went to private school for like 12 years. All of her schooling was in private school. So she needed to be roughened up a little bit to get her ready for what she faces. Like, she faces the critics right now, but I know she can handle them because we took her through all of that. Like, she had dyslexia, right, throughout her college career, and I'm like, okay, you're going to read in front of the team every time we have a game, because we have a scripture reading and an inspirational reading before every pregame meal, and there's somebody that has to read it. So I was like, you're going to read it. It took her senior year. Couldn't do it the first, second, or third. Her senior year, she read out loud. And she had fun with it. She was like, y'all, this is a long one. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. Like, it was that kind of liberation. So when she gave her entire self to me, the good, the bad, the ugly, entire, you know, that's why I just have a really strong, like, relationship with her. Like, she could tell me anything. Like, I'm non-judgmental. Like, young people won't want to tell you everything because they think you're going to judge them. I don't judge. Like, there's nothing that any one of my current, former, future players can tell me that's going to rock me that I haven't seen. Like, everybody's been through, like, there's no new problems. It's the same old recycled problems. So just give it here so you're not dealing with it longer than you need to.
You know, it's interesting, right? Because I was watching you. You did Good Morning America, The View, Colbert, all of that stuff like that. So you was working, but I still know you still the coach at the University of South Carolina. But I was like, oh, you know what? She'll be fine because she used to play ball and coach at the same time, which I found out about in the book. That was insane.
6 years.
That's crazy.
6 years. I mean, when I got into coaching, I was like in my prime. So, you know, the AD at the time, he kept asking me, like, he was persistent. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. I'm playing in the WNBA. And then he just kept asking, and then I ended up having to go meet with him because the Final Four was in Philly, and I'm from Philly. He knew I was going to be there. So I went and sat down with him, and he asked me 2 questions. He was like, can you lead? Did you do your research? Like, did you, like, and I was like, yeah, I basically was the captain on every team that I played on, right? And then he was like, can you turn Temple women's basketball program around? And I was like, oh, is that a challenge? Like, is that really a challenge? Because I'm drawing the challenges, and I never answered the question. I don't even think I answered the question. He was like, hey, can you just come down the hall and meet some people? So I was like, okay, I'm here. He took me in this conference room, sat me at the head of the table, and there were like 10 to 12 people sitting around this table. And they're asking me questions like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, playing in the WNBA. And they were like, do you ever see yourself coaching? And I was like, no. Like, y'all, they were interviewing me. I was on a job interview. And I didn't know it because all my job interviews were tryouts, like basketball, like physical tryouts. Needless to say, I took the job. 2 weeks later, they just agreed to allow me to continue to play and coach. So I was in like basketball utopia because I was coaching and I'm actually still able to express myself on the court because I wasn't ready to hang up my shoes. I was still very much a player. And I think that allowed me to play a little bit longer than I wanted to. And that allowed me to keep staying fresh with what was up with teaching young people. Because they were more enthralled with me playing because that's what they wanted. Like, I was living their dream, right, before their very eyes. And I think it just helped me be a better coach, be a more understanding coach because I was a player receiving the information from a coach. And then it helped the dynamics of what I was doing.
We're still kicking it with Dawn Staley. Her new book, Uncommon Favor, is out right now. Basketball North Philly, My Mother, and the Life Lessons I Learned from All Three. Now, I wanted to ask about your father, right? You mentioned your father earlier, and you said your relationship wasn't that great, but you said it got better over the years. Do you understand some of the things that your father was trying to implement in you as a young girl? Because they said that your father looked at women's basketball and felt there wasn't too many opportunities and didn't know if you could sustain at that time. And do you wish that you kind of put yourself in his mentality back then as a child? Because even with the name of the book, it says Basketball North Philly, My Mother, but not my father.
Right.
So explain that a little bit.
But not my
Good
father.
catch.
I know.
Good catch. You know, I think even the one, like, family members that are closest to you, yes, I thought I should have had a much more mature outlook on that relationship. Now that you can reflect on it, now that you can see, because I held that, and if you can hear it, I still hold that instance. But when you're coaching, right, you come into a situation where you hurt a player, like you hurt that player. That was like probably 12 years ago. I hurt that player. Like, it drives me to not hurt other players. And I wasn't mature enough or savvy enough to handle that at 12 or 13. So I do think it's helped me be a better coach. It helps me be a better person to really, like, I didn't talk about things. I held that. My father probably doesn't. He's been dead and gone since 2001. Like, I don't even think he really knew how much that hurt me. But I also use that to navigate the no's. Like, I handle no's a lot better because of that.
I love the Respect the Power of Habits chapter. And in that chapter, you speak extremely highly of South Carolina's own Malaysia Fawala. And you even refer to her as a younger, savvier version of you. You say, and this is a quote, I heard from so many adults who gave their own parents hell only to see their teenagers return the favor. Now it's my turn in the barrel. So when I read that and I was like, damn, she had so much love for Malaysia. What was your initial reaction when she decided to enter the portal? And was it surprising to you?
Surprising? No. I think, being in this space, you become to expect the unexpected, right? I still have much love for Malaysia, like much love. Like, I want her happy. She and her mom came in. She said, I think I'm going to get into the transfer portal. So I'm like, okay, well, you think or you know? And she said, I know. And I said, well, I only want you happy. Like, I really do only want our players happy, whether that's with us or somewhere else. Just be happy. And I told her, don't look back. I know it's probably going to be hard to not look back to see, you leaving your hometown and all that. I said, don't look back. Like, you made this decision, just go forward with it. And don't look back. You're always going to be a Gamecock. You're always going to be welcomed here. I wish her the best. And when I say that, people probably think, oh, nah. But I do. Like, I really do. Like, because what's for us is for us. What's not is what's not. Let's keep moving. I don't stay in despair. I don't stay in those spaces for very long. I'm like, okay, we got to get recruiting. We got to get back into this portal to see who we can get to help us. I think she's going to have a promising career. I do think she's a generational talent that will never leave. Like, she does things on the basketball court that I've never seen a woman do. And she'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to be happy for her, except the 1 or 2 times that we have to play them. Like, it's on. Like, she's gonna be super competitive against us. We're gonna want to win, and it's gonna be a pride thing that comes with just being a competitor. And we got much love for her and her family.
Now, this has nothing to do with the book, but I wanted to ask, since we're talking about players. You know, the WNBA has taken a huge jump in the last couple of years, and I love it. My daughters love it. My sons love it. What do you think what's going on in the WNBA where it seems like they're pitting, Caitlin Clark against Angel Reese, right? Kind of what they did in NBA back in the day, but it was more teams, right? I guess maybe not teams. It was Magic versus Bird, this one versus that one. But this one, it just seems very personable. So what are your thoughts? Like even the other day with that foul, and they called it a flagrant foul. I don't necessarily agree, but what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think the officiating has a hard job. That's one. To decipher whether or not that's a flagrant one or not. Hard job. And I do think they understand the dynamics of Angel and Caitlin. I do. I think it's great for our game. Because it's like, it's a sport. Treat us like a sport. Don't treat us anything other than being a sport. It happens in every sport. Soccer, basketball, football. It happens in every sport. So let it be. I'm gonna take the lead of Angel and Caitlin. And that lead is, they said it was a foul. The officials got it right. We're moving on. That's what I'm taking. I'm gonna take their lead. Okay? I think it pulls people in. I do think there are new fans that haven't watched our game and they really don't know. So they're only singularly focused on Caitlin.
That one part, right?
Right? So when you're that, and that's their idol, that's who attracts them. But I just hope that they'll open their eyes to the rest of the talent that is there. Like the product is incredible. And it's in high demand. We played Caitlin in the national championship last year, right? 20 million, topped off at whatever it topped off at the most. I know they saw us. I know they saw us. I know they saw us have an undefeated season. I know they saw Camila Cardozo. I know they saw Ashlyn Walks. I know they saw Tessa Johnson have an incredible career or day. I know they saw Malaysia do some incredible things. So open your eyes up to seeing outside of Caitlin. Well, not even outside, included, because she's a part of it all. So, I'm looking forward to the next time they play too. I'm gonna be glued in, just like everybody else. Yes.
I want to go back to that chapter, respect the power of habits. Right. When you talk about Malaysia, it is with such reverence. How do you balance disappointment as a coach with support for somebody like her who just wanted to make a decision for herself?
If a young person is going to speak on what they deem is good for them, that's half the battle. Half the battle is to be able to speak up. And you know how hard it was for her to do that? Really hard. Really hard. So I understand that dynamics of her decision making. And then it's okay, well, what do you do with it? If she was my player and there was a chance for her to want to come back, or if she decided that that's not what she wanted to do, I was going to talk to her about why did it come to that? What makes you think this isn't a place for whatever she said? We would go from there. I thought Malaysia was getting better. I saw a whole lot of growth on and off the court to where LSU's gonna get the best of her now. We went through the hard part of just kind of smoothing some rough edges and getting her to create good habits. I do think habits are the thing that allows you to elevate, right? I do. So I think what we've given her and what she's given us will allow her to have much better days, much more consistent days than she had with us. at her next stop.
Well, thank you, Don. New book, Uncommon Favor, Basketball, North Philly, My Mother, and the Life Lessons I Learned from All Three is available everywhere you buy books now. Go get it. You are guaranteed to learn something.
That's right.
You are an icon living, Don. We appreciate your presence on this earth and thank God for you.
Thank you.
And listen, I want everybody to remember that today, Don Staley will be at the Barnes & Noble, 5th Avenue in New York City. If you're in New York City, you can go see Don Staley at Barnes & Noble, 1 p.m. today, 555 5th Avenue in New York. Go get a copy of Uncommon Favor signed. Don, thank you again.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate
Dawn
y'all.
Staley, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious, DJ Envy is off. Salute to Don Staley for pulling up, man. Make sure you check out Don Staley today at the Barnes & Noble on 5th Avenue at 1 p.m. She will be there signing copies of her book, Uncommon Favor.
Why you didn't tell me she came in here looking for me?
She did. And the first thing she said was, I need my Diddy updates. Where's Lauren?
That almost made me cry when Jess told me that on the
Yes,
podcast.
she did say
I
that.
love her.
And it's time for the latest with Loren.
Lauren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Lauren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Now, Charlamagne, in the last hour, you asked me a question about Diddy, the alleged guns that they found, or they found them, but that they're alleging are his, the AR-15s, and how that relates to the indictment. So I found the exact answer to that. So the special agent Gerard Gannon that was talking about the AR-15s is talking about this because in the indictment, they are trying to say that Diddy himself allegedly would brandish firearms to intimidate others. So it is to the gist of what I was mentioning to you, but I wanted to make sure I answered that. Now, moving on, in other court things, or trying to get back to court things, Tory Lanez has had the people up in arms these last couple of weeks after he was stabbed 14 times because there are now representatives and different people that are pushing for him to be released. So there is a woman, her name is Rep. Luna. She is from Florida's Anna Paulina Luna of Florida's 13th district. She is calling for Tory Lanez's freedom, and she sat down with Chris Cuomo on News Nation and had a conversation about this. Let's take a listen.
This case was actually initially flagged for me by Amber Rose, and the reason why I took particular interest in it is because of the fact that they actually had evidence that they presented to me in my office that actually disproved the conviction. So as you stated earlier, that 0.01% of DNA, they actually found 4 people's DNA on that firearm, none of which was Tory's. Not to mention there was 0 fingerprints on the actual magazine, and also too, as you said, 0.01% chance. Also, there's been ring footage that's been obtained that actually disproves the whole dance Megan. I actually reached out today to Gavin Newsom's office, and we are requesting an emergency meeting.
So Luna, who did it?
You know, Chris, that's not for me to weigh in, and that's definitely for the judge and the jury. But what I will tell you is based on the evidence that we have. The evidence that we have says that he wasn't the guy.
What's the evidence they have now? You said the ring camera?
She said the ring camera. She said that she talked about the DNA, that there were 4 people's DNA found on the gun.
People knew that. That's why it was inconclusive.
Yeah, and I think that when people talk about this whole DNA thing, they need to understand that inconclusive means that, yeah, they weren't able to fully rule him. I mean, they weren't able to fully say he 100% had the gun, but they weren't able to rule him out either. So it doesn't make it that he didn't have it. It leaves it open. It's inconclusive.
Yeah, I don't remember them saying 4 people. I just remember them saying it was a male and a female.
Yeah, she's saying 4. She said a lot of things. 'Cause even that ring camera thing, they had an eyewitness that testified about, different things as well too. There's a lot of things that you can debunk in what she's saying or throw information back at what she's saying. But I think overall, a judge ruled that Tory Lanez was guilty. And until it is back in front of a judge and there's anything else that is said, who are we to be making Meg Thee Stallion's life horrible because of what's happened? Regardless of how you feel, I think it should be left up to a court. Now, there's a TikToker online who said the gist of what I just said. No, look, so this TikToker, she went online and she's like, look, y'all out here arguing about this Tory Lanez thing, and she threw this at Tory's team. She said, take it to a judge. Don't bring it to us online. Don't have press conferences. Take it to a judge.
It's that simple. And I said this earlier this week. Like, we're acting like this didn't go through a court of law. Like, it was a due process. It was weeks and weeks of testimony. It was evidence that was presented. I don't understand how all of that can happen. But then one random person in a car says, I overheard somebody say something. And everybody just rushes to just, act like what happened in court isn't true. And by the way, I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. I'm just telling you that this is what played out in court.
And then he just saying this is what he heard. He just now said this is what he heard.
And he heard all of this while the trial was going on. Why didn't you say something then?
Right. Well, okay, so SZA commented. The reason why this TikToker's video is kind of everywhere right now is because SZA came in and commented in defense of Meg Thee Stallion. She said the density in response to the video. She said, I'm actually so shocked, and so is in all caps, at the amount of people fully comfortable with bullying a woman that's proven to be a victim of assault. Like, out loud, where other people can see you. Like, you finna be stupid out loud, and she capitalized out loud. So
I just don't understand how all the evidence and testimony that happened in a court of law weighs less than just some guy who said I overheard her say X, Y, and Z. I don't understand why people's brains work like that. I'd rather listen to this person who said they overheard something, but didn't feel like it was urgent enough to say it while the trial was happening. But now he speaks out, and you just agree with him as opposed to everything you hear in court. I'd rather you just shut up and not say nothing and not be on any side. It makes no sense. It only makes sense online.
Could it be Tory got stabbed and he's like, you know what? This has gone too far. Let me say what I heard 4 or 5 years ago.
But you should have said it while the trial was happening.
But that's what I'm saying.
Well,
though.
he's alleging that he was put in a bad position by his attorneys at that time, and he couldn't.
And who got this ring? Who house got the ring camera footage?
I'm not for sure.
That's my people are just saying stuff.
It's all kinds. Like, do people know where they was? Like where they was at? Where this whole thing started?
Yeah, they were outside of the party. It was like 4:30 in the morning. They were in the place.
I know, but whose house? Is it out there? Whose house it was?
And if that lady saw ring camera footage, where is the footage? Like, people just be throwing stuff online and folks just run towards it and gravitate towards it and repeat it and use it to justify how they feel.
Because apparently, like, allegedly they were at a big celebrity's house.
Yeah. And
having fun.
Yeah, one of the Jenners, and then they left. Kylie.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I just, all I'm saying is that if Tory feels like he was wronged, he can take it to court. That is his right to do so. But I think.
How do you take it to court? How? You were in court.
They can attempt. They've been attempting. They write letters to the judges. There's things that you can do to attempt to get a judge to reconsider. Just do that. But I think people's main thing is like, until that's done, please let's back off of making a person's life miserable, because all we got right now is what was ruled on, and we're gonna leave it there. But speaking of people online and rulings, why Meek insert himself in this Diddy stuff?
Yes, I just saw him the other day. Y'all stop talking about me. Stop saying this.
What do you mean Meek inserted himself in Diddy? I don't like how you said that.
He did not say that. She did not say that.
What are you talking about?
No, not in Diddy, but in this Diddy stuff. So he tweeted a couple days.
Diddy don't get bended. Diddy don't get bended. He do the bending. So ain't nobody
I don't
inserting.
believe that.
Meek tweeted just to put on public record. He had tweeted something else before this. He was talking about the little Rod guy or whatever, right? But then he goes to clarify what he actually saw at Diddy parties. He said the craziest thing he's seen at a Puff party is coke vibes, and that's going on at all these parties. I'm from North Philly. I had millions since I was 23. I don't even want to be addicted to weed. Not judging, but I see it different. His original tweet said, in the midst of Diddy on federal trial, I want to bring back up that Little Rod and his lawsuit was dropped. He never said my name, and these blogs amplified that whole agenda against me. My culture don't believe it, but it's an attack on my brand. I want to get to the bottom of it. So
what happened now?
Remember they brought Meek into it. So stop saying remember they said the rapper from Philly originally in some of the civil lawsuits.
So Meek just volunteered this information.
Yeah, he's not the only rapper from Philly.
He was on the stand?
No, he just was on Twitter.
So he took this. Meek, you got.
He took the Twitter stand.
I just don't understand why.
Why?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to keep bringing myself back up into this.
Nobody was talking about Meek in this situation. Did anybody talk about Meek in court?
No,
not
nobody
yet.
talking about you, Meek. Why?
But to Meek's defense, in the beginning, when them lawsuits dropped and they was mentioning the rapper and all that, people was like, Meek.
That feel like years ago.
Yeah,
that feel like years ago. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking about you, Meek.
Hold up, wait a minute.
And then
Y'all thought I was finished.
Yeah, he was like, and we did not dress alike. Yo, we wasn't twinning. I got my outfit first.
You know what it is when you, and we got to go to Donkey today, but you know what it is when you are at home on your phone and your timeline is constantly filled with pictures of you and Diddy dressed alike and people saying things about you and Diddy. You think the whole world is talking about it. That's your small bubble, Meek. No, I promise you nobody was thinking that,
I just don't want him to insert himself in
No,
this.
please.
We gotta wrap up.
Don't. Donkey today is up next. It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Your execution on the Donkey of the Day is something to behold. Is it a read?
They gave me Donkey of the Day and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving Donkey of the Day to now?
You know, Sexy Red, let me drink some water.
You be drinking the hell out of that water.
I do. Donkey today for Thursday, May 22nd goes to Elias Rodriguez. Elias is in his early 30s and he is the alleged killer of 2 staff members of Israel's embassy in Washington, D.C. Let's go to NBC News for the report, please.
Overnight, a deadly shooting in Washington, D.C.
Tonight, a heinous crime was committed.
A gunman opening fire at the Capitol Jewish Museum, killing 2 staff members of the Israeli embassy. New video showing the suspect being detained, shouting pro-Palestinian messages.
Free Palestine!
Police say the shooting happened shortly after 9 p.m. at a museum event hosted by the American Jewish Committee.
The suspect was observed pacing back and forth outside of the museum. He approached a group of 4 people, produced a handgun, and opened fire.
The suspect, identified as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago, then entered the museum and was detained by event security, according to authorities. Israel identifying the victims as Yaren Leshinsky and Sarah Lynn Milgram, a young couple who are about to become engaged.
The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem.
Now, this isn't political for me. This is about humanity. Okay, I know the Israeli versus Palestinian conflict is one of the most intense debates in the world today and has been for thousands of years. I am fully aware that Elias shouted free Palestine, while in police custody and implied that he committed the shooting. This is definitely driven by what is currently happening in Palestine. Since October 7th, 53,655 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. And those numbers may be underreported because thousands of bodies are believed to be buried under rubble. I understand all of that, but what I want us to understand is this is why you can't ignore what's going on in the rest of the world. What's going on in the rest of the world impacts us here, whether we are aware of what's going on or not. Okay, I was in my office this morning, and I looked at this couple, Sarah Milgram and Yaren Leshinsky, I think it is. I was watching them this morning, and I read that they were on a night out and they were about to get engaged, and it just simply hurt my feelings. Okay, I don't care what their race is, their ethnicity. All I saw was 2 humans who became casualties of a system that is failing us all. Just like all those kids and innocent people being killed in Gaza are casualties of a failed system. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be an end to it anytime soon. Okay, people are just going to be out here getting it back in blood, eye for an eye. And I personally don't want to live in a world like that. Even though we already do. Okay, we are already in that world because any of us can be casualties of a system. Another country could send a nuclear weapon over here right now and kill us all because they don't like our government, because they don't like our system. When most people in America don't even like our government, don't like our system. But we become casualties of it because we are part of the processes and the structures and policies of this country, whether we want to be or not. And that's what I mean. When I see this couple, okay, that Elias Rodriguez gunned down, he don't know what they was on. Okay, for all he knows, they might have worked at Israel's embassy and absolutely disagreed with how Israel is handling Gaza. We don't know. But that's why Martin Luther King Jr. said an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The same empathy I have for the innocent people and children being killed in Gaza is the empathy I have for this couple, Sarah and Yaren. Okay, same empathy I have for the people who got killed at the concert on October 7th. That could be any of us at any given time. They was just a couple on a night out and got gunned down. I don't know about y'all, but because of all of these mass shootings that happen in this country, the way my anxiety is set up, when I'm out, I think about stuff like this. Okay? If you don't, God bless you. All right? But situations like this are my worst nightmare. You just out with your lady and somebody shoots and kills you? I'm not with that. I don't respect it. I don't condone it. I don't like seeing innocent people being killed. Meanwhile, the puppet masters pulling the strings are highly protected. Okay, them and their families don't have to worry about this stuff nearly as much as we do. Okay, don't get me wrong. I know that people in charge of these systems can get it too, but we the people have way less protection than they do. I tell y'all all the time on this devil damn radio, every day of our lives, we are trying to avoid crazy. Okay, do you understand how civilized we are as a society? I know it don't seem like that, but think about it. Hundreds of millions of people interact every day, and for the most part, we mind our business, okay? Because all it takes is one guy like Elias Rodriguez to ruin all our days, okay? We need to really pat ourselves on the back sometime and thank God that more of us aren't snapping. Elias, I understand why he snapped, but I disagree with innocent people getting killed because of his snapping. What Elias did isn't activism. It's terrorism. And any of us could be the victim of that terrorism. And if the reports are correct, this couple, Sarah and Yaren, was attending an event to discuss humanitarian responses in the Middle East and North Africa.
Damn.
So they was trying to build bridges, not burn them. Okay? We can't be like this as a society. We can't ignore what happened to this couple in D.C. We can't ignore what's happening to innocent people in Gaza. If you don't have empathy for it all, I don't want to talk to you. Okay? Because violence begets violence. Hatred breeds more hatred. And if we allow our grief and anger to justify targeting innocent people, whether in the name of Palestine or Israel, then we lose our humanity. Okay, this shooting in D.C. should be a reminder that the conflicts overseas have real consequences here at home, and this is why we all should be demanding an end to violence on both sides. Okay, shared humanity has to prevail over division. Compassion gotta outweigh rage. Commitment to peace has to be louder than the voice of hate. Please give Elias Rodriguez the biggest hee-haw. Just my thoughts, just the way I'm feeling at the time.
We're so doomed as people.
Yeah.
Well, let's not say that. Let's have some faith in a higher power. Okay. All of this has to be happening for a reason. Okay.
Just sad.
And in some way, we have to trust the process, as disgusting as the process is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Let's hope for better days. Mm-hmm. We have Jess Fix My Mess coming up next, right, Jess?
Yes.
Cause you don't do that.
This is not work.
Because it don't work.
Is that
on
a
me.
penis pin?
I bought those.
Yes.
Oh my
First of
God!
all-
Just lifted my
God!
Wait, sorry.
First
Am
of
I
all-
allowed to say that?
Yes, you can.
Oh.
But I bought that penis laser. Okay, I got several. You
I
want
know
one?
you did, girl.
But you're not. Nobody.
Now
in
it's all over your
other
face.
genders can't use it on
Slap
each other.
'em.
That's
Yes,
not right.
slap 'em
This
with
is
the-
harassment.
slap 'em with the penis.
Men
No,
can
it's
only
not.
do it to other men.
Why?
Because
He can
Well,
only.
that's a skinny one. I don't like it.
Well, Charlotte's
And
a
then the
thick
curve
one.
one
They
is
said the thick ones take the.
Oh my God, it's right on the side of your face.
Just fix my
Yeah.
Just fix my mess.
Yes,
mess
call
up
up
next.
if you have like
1-800-585-1051 if you
Call
want
up.
this woman who's currently playing with a penis laser to fix your mess.
Your mouth is moving so
Yes.
much with that penis.
You know what? That's going to be said at the Diddy trial today. I don't know in what context, but I guarantee you it's going to be said at the Diddy trial. And you've been going there too much. It's
Yo.
consuming you. That's why you're talking like that.
Oh my
It's the Breakfast Club.
God.
The Breakfast Club.
Me. Tell baby. It's the real deal. Help me. Help me.
Oh my God. I'm all up in your mess. I'ma fix it. Fix it. Fix my mess. Fix it. Fix it. Just gonna fix your mess because my advice is real. Good morning. Who's this? What's up?
What's up, Jess?
How you doing?
Quick question.
What's up?
I mean, y'all was playing with lasers and all that stuff, so it just
Okay.
like,
What's wrong?
I just wanted to know, as a man, is 6 inches with girth a good thing, or is that too small?
No, I don't think it is. But I mean, I can't speak for every woman. Some women like for their walls to be torn down. Some women like to still have their walls when they're done a session. I am one of those who need my walls, and I want them. I don't want them to be torn down. So a 6-inch girthy is not bad. I actually like that. That actually puts you a little bit above average, because a lot of people got 6 inches, but no girth is skinny, like a pencil and a pencil sharpener.
Word. That's what I heard you say. You're skinny. So I was just like, okay.
Yes.
But I don't like asking females that stuff. But
why? We are the ones to ask. We are the ones to ask. Would you like to ask a man? Who else you gonna ask?
How you know you're not talking about Bunkie, Jess?
What?
How you know you're not talking about Bunkie?
I ain't talking about Bunkie. Charlamagne, stop.
Exactly.
Man,
He not. This is not even your segment. He's not talking about no ass.
Charlamagne, stop.
You always want to put stuff.
Yes, gosh. Okay, you know this Diddy trial got him very spicy, sir. But yes. No, 6-inch girth is great.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Everybody, y'all hear that, right?
Yep, for the people in the back, the girthy 6 inches are great.
You just turn to a room full of men and say, hey, everybody, y'all hear that?
Shut up. You always trying to make somebody gay.
No, I'm talking to everybody.
Yo. All right, thank you. You take that girthy 6 inches and you go and make some baby.
All right, it's Jess Fix My Mess. If you want Jess to fix your mess, reach out and touch her right now, 1-800-585-1051. She's not an expert in anything, okay, but she has had some experiences. Okay.
And don't tell nobody to reach out and touch me right now. So say that. Reach out and touch me right now. Like, first of all, ew. Don't ever tell nobody reach out and touch me.
It's the Breakfast Club.
Ask about me.
Relationship problems?
Ask about me.
You need to beat your coworker's ass.
Ask about me.
Your coworker need to beat your ass? Call it up. It's Dr. Jess, and I'm here to fix your mess. It's getting very much messy. Let me fix it.
Good morning, Jess.
Good morning, honey. How you doing? What's wrong?
It's your boy Lovey from the Bronx.
Oh,
Jess,
up,
I'm getting a lot of DMs saying I fit the Diddy criteria. I want to clear the air. No, I'm not a dancer. I'm just Mr. 13 and a half, but everybody's saying, oh, Lovey, you fit the criteria of what they're talking about, the Diddy party. Woo. No, it wasn't me. I'm just clearing the air, Jess.
Lovey, you got 13 inches?
And a half, Jess.
Don't forget the half.
13 and a half inches.
And I might pull up on you. I heard you're going to be in my second home tomorrow.
No.
I might pull up on you, Jess.
I don't need you to pull up on me.
Walking on 3 legs.
I do not need no kickstand pulling up on me. I'm good. I'm married. I'm straight. I don't need to hear. I don't even want to see nothing like that around me. I can't even. First of all, I've never even thought about what a 13 and a half inch pole would look like, and I want you to stay far away from me, Lovey. I'm sorry.
Google it, Loren.
I guess we family.
Yeah, we family, but damn, no, that don't run in my family. Nah, did you have surgery? What have you been taking? What happened? Did you have a penile enlargement? Like, why the hell are you walking around with almost 14 inches of meat?
I tried to look it up, and it says there's no images.
And who letting you insert that?
Like, what you want me to send you an image, Loren?
No. Send it to Jess. This is her mess.
No. This ain't my mess. That's just a mess. Like, who are you entering? Like, do you have a girlfriend?
My wife is Tez. We'll talk about that later.
Your wife is who?
Teslin.
Thanks.
Oh, all right. Yeah, okay. Nah. There's no way. That sounds dangerous. How can I fix your mess, sir?
You can fix my mess by not judging me. See, this is my problem. I've been alienated my whole life, Jess.
Nah, you sound like you gotta have sex with like elephants, like animals. You got a penis for animals. Like, no woman can really even sustain those injuries after that. Like, that's different. I know you've never ever entered your whole penis into somebody. Ever.
Not ever. But there was one that got close to it, Jess.
Huh?
And there was one that got close to. She called me the walk changer.
The what?
The renovator.
Walk changer.
The walk changer?
The renovator.
The paralyzer.
That would be my name if I had a 13 and a half inch penis. The renovator.
The renovator?
Yes.
Why? Because you come in just knocking things down.
Renovate walls.
That's crazy.
You sound like it hurt.
Nah, the paraplegic crew. That's what you need to do with the people who can't even feel nothing below their waist. That's crazy.
Have a good day, Lovey. Thank you for calling, sir.
Thank you, Lovey.
I love my Breakfast Club family.
We appreciate
love
you, brother.
Man. That is scary.
All right. You keep licking your lips then.
That's it. Because I got these retainers in.
You know what though? I want to tell people something. Smell your retainer every morning.
No,
that keeps you humble. It keeps you humble. It keeps you humble.
More than that. Brush it every morning. Don't smell it.
Please.
Just straight brush it, yo, please. Because people be popping back in their mouth. No, I know some. Charlamagne don't wash his.
I do every morning.
You can tell no because
I wash mine with hand soap.
I tell you,
you're not supposed to use toothpaste.
You're not supposed to use hand soap neither.
Yeah, what you supposed to use?
Bleach.
Loren?
I don't have them.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out if you can't use hand soap and you can't use toothpaste, what do you use?
Just brush them with your toothpaste and you don't listen to him. Just brush them with your toothpaste. Don't use no hand soap to wash nothing in your mouth.
Regular hand soap.
It be having like a smell to it?
Nah.
He don't even wash his hands after he blow his nose.
You're a liar.
You really expect for him to wash his retainers in the morning with hand soap, please?
I can't believe there's
ain't no hand soap in the house.
I bet you won't smell your retainer tomorrow morning.
I won't.
We got the latest with Loren coming up next.
We do. Y'all are so nasty. Kim Kardashian has finally graduated from law school after 6 years, and we're gonna talk about it a bit.
All right, it's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious, DJ Envy is off today, but it is time for the latest with Loren.
Loren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Lauren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Kim Kardashian has finally graduated law school after 6 years. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Yes, she has been freeing the brothers. So that's great. She's been paying a big role in freeing brothers. So that's great.
And freeing brothers.
You got at the ERS when you talk about Kim?
Absolutely.
A lot of people, I think it's a great thing that she did it. And yes, she has been working a lot. You got the penis on my face.
I'm so...
Stay
not on your
focused,
face.
Lauren.
It's on your jacket. I'm so shocked that it's on you like this.
You don't let the penis distract you at the Diddy trial. Don't let it distract you here.
It don't distract me in life. It don't distract me anywhere. I'm focused, man.
That's right.
So Kim Kardashian graduated after 6 years. It took her a little minute because of COVID and her schedule. And she gets a lot of flack for it.
Yeah.
People come at Kim about a lot of things, but this whole law school thing, people are like, girl, you're not ever going to really be a lawyer. You're Kim Kardashian. Mm-hmm. Let's not. But she actually did do it. So in California, you can complete a 4-year law office study program. It's called Reading the Law instead of actually going to law school. And from here, she can now go to try and pass the bar so that she can actually, be an active practicing attorney. But I think people forget that her dad was a big attorney. It seems like this is something she wants to do. And she's actually been active in doing it. I think because she's Kim K and she be on Instagram in bikinis, people be trying to play with her a little bit. And she's done a lot. Now, she had a little ceremony in her backyard celebrating her graduation, and Van Jones was there. And his video is getting a bit of flack, too. Let's take a listen.
Thank you, Kim Kardashian. 6 years ago, 7 years ago, when you were working on criminal justice, you were not embraced by anybody. You were working with people who were thrown away often by their own families. You're working with people who were literally just one step from the grave. A household name on 5 continents raised her hand, said she wanted to help. Not when it was easy, but when it was hard, when it wasn't trendy. And as a result, when you say 70,000 people are free, it's easy to rush past that number. The First Step Act alone, which would have never been signed except for Kim Kardashian getting that snowball started, has freed 40,000 human beings.
Yeah, you got to salute Kim, but you also got to salute, a lot of the black attorneys and activists that she worked with. Brittany K. Barnett, Me Angel, Cody. They've both been here on The Breakfast Club. Jessica Jackson, she's been here on The Breakfast Club as well. I can't sit here and act like Kim wasn't putting in work.
Yeah, and Van Jones actually did mention them, and I believe Brittany was there as well. But I think some of the stuff that Kim gets thrown at her is unwarranted, because you need, a lot of times when you're bringing up these cases that people don't want to talk about, you need a name that makes people be like, oh, okay, we care about this. And she put her
to get them interested.
And she puts herself and her brand on the line to do that. So I'm not mad about it.
And she don't just lean on her celebrity. She went back to school. She went to school. She's got a degree in it now, and she's actually working with the people who actually have been doing this work for a long time. To your point, Loren, you amplify a Brittany Barnett, you amplify a Me Angel Cody, you amplify the work of Jessica Jackson has done just by being Kim Kardashian. So I ain't about to sit around and hate on that.
And then she she went to school and then she failed the bar and then went back and retook it or something, right?
Yeah,
she did not give up. Like, she went back and this was something serious that she was passionate about. She wanted to do it.
Yeah, she was having issues with the baby bar.
But that didn't stop her, is what I'm saying. Like, she this is something that she really wanted to do. And shout out to Van Jones for recognizing her in that.
People love just grabbing and messing with him. I don't know what it is. Why do people do that with Van Jones? They love making fun of him online. I don't know why.
I love Van.
Yeah, but he didn't even cry in this thing that
he cries over white. Yeah, he cries over white people a lot.
Yeah, he cries a lot. He didn't cry in this one though that I saw. The videos Khloe Kardashian posted, no tears, so he got through it. But real quick, I thought that this was interesting. Amazon is giving refunds back, right, to different people or different people who've been shopping at Amazon over the years. Some of these refunds are going back as far as 2018. So, following a recent internal review, Amazon said that they identified a very small subset of returns that they're going to issue a refund to. That they issue refund to without completing the payment. So these people got a refund, but they didn't get the money, and we could not verify that the correct because they couldn't verify whether you got the correct item or if it was sent back to them. So nothing was issued. Now I don't know if y'all have ever returned something on Amazon or not.
Yes, but it is a hassle, so I really don't like to do it. I just resell what I don't want.
Why you think it's a hassle? Because you have to take it to certain places?
Yeah, you have to find a place. First of all, a place, and they have like these little off-site little facility that you got to take and trust people to get it back to them, and then they take forever to give you your money back or to give you the credit and to send you the stuff back. It's a hassle.
Sometimes certain shoppers too on there, like certain stores ask you for pictures.
Yes.
It's a whole thing. I would take my refund back from 2018 though. I saw this and I thought this was interesting because I've had issues with Amazon and refunds and trying to get my money back on Amazon, but also you can send stuff back that it's easy to get it's easy to send stuff back too. You know how you used to return stuff at Nordstrom and they wouldn't check it? Nordstrom had a very easy return policy. Amazon used to be like that, and I think they just caught up with all of us that was lying.
Well, baby,
they caught up with all of us that been lying on Amazon. They just caught up with
you. So you was committing fraud, Lauren.
But you know what is crazy?
You said all of us.
All of them.
She brought up that Nordstrom. I used to hit up Nordstrom Rack and then bring it back. Like, I lost my receipt. What y'all talking about?
I'm trying. Amazon and Nordstrom were
get the money.
So I think they've caught up with the people who weren't really supposed to be returning things, and now they're giving the money back to the people that really deserve it. That's what made me think of like, dang, they caught.
That's from back
them.
in the day. Yes.
Charlamagne, you ain't never did that?
No, he was out here selling and smoking crack.
Well,
that's funny that you say that because both of y'all look like y'all doing a buddy cop movie, and you look like undercover cops. Both of y'all. Y'all look like y'all doing a buddy cop movie, and both of y'all look like undercover cops pulling up to somebody's trap in search of pounds of weed.
Bobby.
Pulling up, talking about what the hell?
What the hell?
Yeah, hey guys, what the hell? Any of y'all got any gas?
Whatever. But those were the days when I used to hit up Nordstrom's and Marshalls and Ross, by the way, y'all. And we would gather the things, we would steal them, and then bring it back, and with no receipt.
I wasn't talking about. No, I was talking about like you could buy things.
See, she just set you up. She went a wire. I told you that. You ain't listening.
Like you could buy, or people I know could buy things like Uggs from Nordstrom, and then like when your Uggs was like too ran down because you was doing too much, you could take them back and get your money back or get a new pair of Uggs. I wasn't talking about stealing, Jess. I don't even steal from Amazon. I just
see what I'm saying?
Return things, and I just wanted people to know that they've caught up with those people who do that. And here you go. Oh my God.
Oh my God. And I've never bought no damn Uggs, ran them down to the ground and returned them.
You didn't used to be dancing in the parties back in the day?
Not no damn Uggs, Loren.
See?
That's a Delaware thing.
Now she about to report you. You know what I'm saying? You thought you was on her side. You thought y'all was pulling up to this block to set other random people up, and she just set your ass up. Okay?
Oh my God, this story was so random, but it reminded me of my childhood. I didn't mean to get you indicted.
Lauren's like, she's talking to her. Nobody here had gas, but I just got some intel on Jess.
What did I tell you? I told y'all Loren was going to be the one to get everybody jammed up in a crime, yo. Lord.
Amazon said there is no action required for customers to receive the refunds. They have fixed the payment issue, and they made processing changes to make it more prompt. So unresolved returns will be satisfied going forward.
Nice.
Yes,
okay.
Nice.
Well, that was the latest with Loren. When we come back, we have the People's Choice Mix. I don't know why.
I need an expungement. That's what I need. I need an expungement.
But all you gotta do is call your governor.
Okay.
You know the governor is your cousin, and you can't call him to get a pardon.
Because it's conflict of interest because he's my cousin. He can't pardon his cousins.
Why not?
You need an expungement or a pardon?
Who said that?
Girl, both. Oh. I didn't know. I thought that was conflict of interest.
No, ain't no conflict of interest. He's the goddamn governor.
You be hearing words and just throwing places.
I didn't, girl. Conflict of interest. A little confliction. So, all right. Well,
Biden pardoned his son.
Exactly.
Son.
That's Biden. He's white and he was the president once.
The governor of Westmore can do that for you.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Johnny Gill.
My.
Girl,
happy born day,
Johnny Gill birthday.
When Amazon returns, Jess going to jail and Johnny Gill.
Johnny Gill birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
Lord have mercy.
I'm going to court.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
Wake up. You're locked into The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious, DJ Envy is off today. Jess, where you at this weekend for Memorial Weekend?
At Foxwoods. I'm going to be at the Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut, up there by Hartford, Connecticut, and Bridgeport, Connecticut. Get your tickets if you have not yet. Y'all got 24 more hours. I will be doing meet and greet. And then Saturday, I will be in Boston, Massachusetts at the Wilbur Theater. You can get your tickets for that show also at JessHilariousOfficial.com. Get your tickets if you have not yet. Me and Desi Alexander. I need to know where to eat, where to get some good weed from, all of that. So hit me in my comments, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all comment on the post where I'm promoting the shows for Connecticut and Boston this week. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets. I see y'all tomorrow and Saturday.
Absolutely. And listen, I want to say thank you to Dawn Staley for pulling up today to the Breakfast Club. She has a new book out called Uncommon Favor. It is on my book in print, Black Privilege Publishing, with Simon & Schuster. And today, New York City, I want to remind y'all that Dawn Staley is going to be at Barnes & Noble, 5th Avenue, 555 5th Avenue, New York City at 1 p.m. So if you want to get your copy of Uncommon Favor signed, if you haven't gotten a copy of Uncommon Favor yet, pull up to New York City, Barnes & Noble today. At 1 p.m. and get your book signed. And she'll be in Philly tomorrow, too, at the Enon Tabernacle at 7 p.m. And then next week, she'll be in Columbia, Thursday, May 29th. She'll be at the R2I2 Conference Center in Columbia at 6 p.m. But today, she's in New York City at 1 p.m. at the Barnes & Noble on 5th Avenue. So go pull up on the icon living Dawn Staley. But that's it, Jess.
That's it.
That's it. The positive note.
No, you have to let me ask.
I'm sorry.
What is the positive note?
Well, Roger, today's positive note is, if you cannot love yourself, you cannot love others, and you cannot stand to see others loved. You know where that comes from?
No.
A great book called The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav. You should listen to it.
Who the is Roger? Who you calling Roger?
That's your undercover name. When you undercover pulling up to the block asking for gas.
I'm not. I don't have to be Roger. I'm a woman.
Oh, Robin. I meant to say Robin. I'm sorry.
The hell? Yeah, don't play with me.
No, I meant to say Robin. I'm like, damn, I said Roger. Robin. Robin.
Y'all look forward to the weather not being as great as it was last week. We got some temperatures in the 50s. It was 48 degrees this morning, and it's rained all throughout the week.
Where, Jess? We're nationally syndicated. Where?
In New York.
Okay.
I'm sorry. In New York and New Jersey.
People in Miami like, what the hell is she talking about?
I'm sorry. In New York, y'all, it's cold and it's rainy. So
yes, it's the Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?